Hi everyone, I'm starting a project. It started with some of these meshes, brown, and for some reason, I don't know why, I got out a brown background felt. I'm wanting to do a needle felt one, but really, that's doing nothing. So I grabbed out some bits of linen. I thought I could make a sky. That's better. And with the linen, you know, I can do things like this. I've done it before with to make clouds and things, but I'm going to go this way this time, I think. Yeah, because I want it to look like trees, sort of. The beginning of trees. Stray threads away. There, can you see? Well, that's a good starting point. I also had these colours out if I wanted. Got a piece of eco dyed. Can you see how this linen is very, very gauzy? So there's quite a lot can be done with it. But that's a good start, you know. I think I will like that. I'm going to cut that. I think our picture's only going to be about that big. Let's have a look first. I'm going to put that there, like that. And we will see what we will see. I'm just going to use some plain undyed wool to start with. I want to hold this down. I'm just thinking I might just trail a little bit of like that across. That'll start to make some sort of cloudy something. So, hang on. I've just grabbed a bit of sponge. You need that when you're needle felting, but you can just use a sponge from a cushion. So I'll pop that there. Let's just see if it'll go through first. If this isn't going to work very well, sometimes I run my fingers here just to see if there's still barbs, because they can get worn down. This is a needle felting needle. Little hook on the end so that I can hold on to it. It punches this through. Now, because there are holes, it comes through it, and it will go through into the other as well. Let's have a look. You see, coming through. That's what we want, and that just sparingly. I like to use very small pieces of roving wool, and I do it very, very sparingly, and I let the background come through. I think it looks better like that. Now I'm hoping that bit there is, yeah, through. So good. Let's tack that in place, if you can see what I mean. What else was I planning to do? I'll do more. Scraps here of all kinds of bits and pieces. Just going to look for a darkish one. I've got a darky green one there. And see these tiny bits I'm using? That's all I want. This here is a wool. It's one of these thick and thin wools. I really like them. I find them very useful. Lots of colours in it. There's a purpley blue. mohair coils. There's all kinds of things. Now I know I haven't gotten around to using this yet, but I think I'll try now. I'm going to cut a raggedy edge and see how that works. And I'm going to place it over that. So as you can see, we've got some darker and some lighter in there with these trees that I'm making. And I can just take this wool and pull tiny bits out. Even that is too much. Just tiny. And I've got nothing holding down this side yet, so I'm just going to do a little bit of something and go through. I'm taking this wool, I'm pushing it through this and that net and into the felt and beyond into the sponge. And what will happen is I'm hoping it'll just hold it, and it will all turn into an interesting tree line. I don't know, but I'm feeling arty. Yeah. So I'll use some darker bits, lighter bits. Just going to put tiny bits because I'm only trying to get it to hold it down at the moment. And I like allowing the blue to show through. This is just, I'm using this brown and this blue, and I'm trying to create it so that I'm going to see bits of blue, you know, behind the trees, and that we're not seeing it that clearly because these are further away, but I will do some that are closer, more obvious, and I could do that by making them larger or making them darker or a lot of things, stitching. But you know, this is just an experiment I do and see what happens. Can you see how we're almost using this here to be some, oh yeah, that's like trunks and branches of a tree. So if I spread this out a wee bit, and see my needle, I'm punching it in the same direction as I'm coming out, and that's all you've got to remember really, and to have a sponge behind you. It's because if I put it in and then turned it and pulled it out, I'd snap it. So we don't want to do that. Alright, so that's what we're working on, and we've sort of held this down already. That's okay, you know. And here, maybe I'll put some colour underneath it. What colour? I'm going to go some of this dark. And then I'll put something light on top of it, I think. I don't really know. I'm mixing some of those two together. Yeah, something like that. I'll pop that in there. Oh, I also had these mohair coils, didn't I? Pull a bit out. I just like the colour. Oh yes, it's singing to me. So we're using that brown as the shadow, as the darkness behind. And we're building up the colour where we want it to be. I'll move some of that up to hold that down. Now sometimes you've got to do this for quite a while to get it all in, but it will go. And you can buy needle holders that have got 5 will hold 5 needles, and you get more of the punch power, but I like using just one. I like taking my time, working it out as I go, adding in something new. Oh, that's interesting. Well, what else could we do? Now, I had this, didn't I? That was the other object that I wanted to use. I wonder if it does tear. What could it be? What would he make it into? Interesting. Alright, but I think it's time for some more colour. I'm going to take this one. It's got a lot of colours on it. And try and do something with that. Oh, and I need to tease it apart. And use all of those colours. So I could even just take that tiny, tiny, tiny bit and put it somewhere. Can I hold these down? I don't know. And I would just keep shifting things. So let's lay a few things down and get it happening. I'm wanting some of this orange. That'd be nice. There's another good one. Sometimes they've got this string around it. And I can just pick bits of it that I want. It's wool. You can also do ones that are wool blends. You just got to have some wool and you just try them and see. Yeah, how about a valley? Yeah. Maybe bring in some brighter green. Interesting. It's probably too thick. Don't want to get too thick. Well, we'll see. You can always add something. Can always take it off. That's the beauty of needle felting and why I really like it as a therapeutic kind of craft. Because if I didn't like that, I'd just pick it off. You know, it's at the moment we're just tacking it down. But can you see how different colours will blend together? We're not using much, but it's blending into that brown. Oh, I think it's lovely. We don't know yet what we're doing with this foreground, do we? Let's just hold that there for now, as we figure out where this is going. I did have other bits of fabric out, didn't I? Let me have a look. Put some of that in. Oh, lovely. Would that be nice? I think it would. Or orange. Or yellow. Don't know. We'll take this bit off because I don't need that bit up there. There. And maybe, see how I'm just picking this off because I've only tacked it down. You know? Which end was which? This one. Like that. That's it. And I can have that coming down and holding that bit down. There. Something like that. I haven't put any holes in that. I don't need to, but I like it. I do like this. What it did, it suggested something, didn't it? So maybe I'll do that again and have a look and see what we end up with. Just going to pull it, pull it, pull it. And it bunches up beautifully. The bubbles. That we've almost got a picture, haven't we? We can just pick bits out that we liked. What have I done with the needle? That's the question. There it is. Right. A bit more of that show, I think. Pull it down. let some of those little bits pop on through. So then it could be, you know, the light is catching bits of grasses, something like that. Well, it is make believe, so you know, we can pull this up and we can crinkle it so it looks like, I don't know what it looks like, but I like it. Yeah, a bit more texture. Right, we need a colour on top of that though. This green maybe. What if we went up like that? Do we get little bits of plants in the foreground? Maybe. Perhaps you can make it up like I am, or perhaps you just don't want anything in particular, just abstract. You love the colour, you want the colours in, you know, and that'll be good too. Now, where's that dark colour? Another bit of that, I think. I'm not certain, but can you see how that bright lemon has been shaded right down with that? You might think, where's she going with this? Honestly, sometimes, I don't know. I've got this lavender that just fell into my hand, and I'm thinking that could help to get rid of some of, to hold some of that down, you know. Put a tinge of purple in the sky on that blue. Once again, that's shading that blue. And the other thing with these lovely walls that I love, the thick and the thin, I can use them to suggest something like a line of shrubs on a hillside or all kinds of things, but I'll try it in different bits. I'll leave that for now. Yes, perhaps you've got a picture of something that you want to do, or like I say, an abstract, or you just want to do a flower, or you know, anything. It's just fun, and the therapeutic value of stabbing something repeatedly is brilliant. Don't go stabbing other things, that could get you in trouble. I see how I'm moving things around, but something suggesting itself out of this. Each bit I put down suggests something else. Not sure what, but something else. I'm wanting a bit darker in here, a little brownish. Some of these feel a lot better than others. You can tell which ones are the wool and which are something else. You know, blends of different things. And just a bit more, you know, brownish colour there, I think. Or we didn't use this one, did we? Do we want to? Oh, it's cute. All right. I'm quite often experimenting with dyeing, and these little scraps, I use them everywhere. Great fun. A little bit more robust, didn't it? What could I put on top of it? Some green. Really do need to bring something else in, I think. These ones are good. Can you see that blend? It's got some silk, which will take the light. See? Oh, different colours in that. Isn't that stunning? There's an aqua colour. You know, that in itself, beautiful. Yeah. what we're doing is a background. We haven't drastically said it's got to be this or that because we can take it off. We have got a nice background, and I think with the addition of a few things, this is another thing that I like to use. It's a bit of unraveled nasty nasty bit of wool, but I keep it. It's not really wool, not in the least. And there's another thing I could bring in. Anyway, the point is, I think we'll make this a two-parter, and I think we'll come back and do the second part because this is turning into a real beauty. See how bright that is? I can come in somehow. All right, that's enough, I think. We'll leave it there, and we'll work on, bringing this thing out, this picture. There we are. So we'll have a closer look now, and you can see all these different things suggesting themselves in this landscape where we've just used very sparingly little bits of wool roving and anything else I fancied. I hope you've enjoyed it, and you'll want to come with me for part 2 where we really see where we can go with this lovely picture. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you haven't already and would like to see more. I do all kinds of different and unusual arty things. Thanks again.